Honorable Minister, distinguished invited guests, the press, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning at the Ministry of Information. On behalf of my boss, the Honorable Minister, Honorable Kujopon Nkrumah, management and staff, we welcome you to yet another edition of the State of the Region report. This morning, we are so honored that the Volta Regional Minister, Honorable Dr. Archibald Yao Letsa, has joined us to provide key updates on what is happening in the Volta region, especially in the areas of agriculture, health, and education. So we have just one business today, and that is to listen to the minister and also for the minister to take questions from the media persons present. So without wasting much time, I will acknowledge some dignitaries who have joined us this morning and then yield the podium to the Honorable Minister for his presentation. With us this morning is the Acting Regional Director of Health for the Volta Regional RCC, Dr. Senanu Kwesi Jokuto. We also have with us the Regional Director of Department of Urban Roads, Engineer Edward Annan. Also with us this morning is the Regional Director of Feeder Roads, Engineer Gregory Emisa. We are also joined by the Regional Director of Highways, Engineer Eric Dosu. We have the Assistant Director 1 PRO for the Volta Regional RCC, Mr. Foster Huno. Also with us is the PRO for the Regional Director of GES and representative of the Regional Director of Education, Mr. Forgive Aguha. We are also joined by the representative of the Regional Information Officer, Mr. Richmond Abake. Also with us this morning is the Regional Economic Planning Officer, Reverend Isaac Ajatete. We have with us the DCE for North Tong, Honorable Divine Osborne Fenu. Also with us is the DCE for Anloga, Honorable Seth Yomewu. We have with us the DCE for South Dai, Honorable Godwin Jajawa. Also with us is the DCE for South Tong, Honorable Seth Agbi. We are joined by the MCE for Pando, Honorable Geoffrey Kojo Badasu. Also with us is the MCE for Ho and my brother, Honorable Divine Richard Bossin. We have with us the DCE for Afajato South and Dean of MMDCEs in Volta Region, Honorable Etonam James Flolu. And we have with us the Acting Chief Director of the Volta Regional Coordinating Council, Mr. Augustus K. Awiti. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the Volta Regional Minister, Honorable Dr. Archibald Yao Letsa, with us this morning. If you want to join this program, we are live across the country on GTV. You can also join us on Facebook at Ministry of Information to participate in this press briefing. So I will now yield the podium to the Honorable Minister for his presentation and come back to take your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Information. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and members of the media, it's a privilege for us to come and share with the people of Ghana what has been happening in the Volta region since 2017. I have also seen the Honorable DC for Adakulo, Ms. Juliana Kwedepo, who is sitting behind us. So you're welcome. we want to say that it is not possible for us within this short time to share with the people all that is happening. There's a lot that is happening. We have 18 municipal and district assemblies in the Volta region, and each assembly has their own plans and projects that they are undertaking. So it's not possible to capture all of them, but we'll share with the people of Ghana what the time will allow us to share with them today. So we'd like to start with a video, a short video.
Adam dola meliwo toviwo dome nono sese nyende kako jido dome Adam dola meliwo toviwo dome nono sese ve nono nyo Adam Yao Chowone Adam Yao Choglone Adam dola meliwo toviwo dome nono sese ve nono nyo au nanye mejiwo o ve nono nyo se wo pro la wo pe ale ha wo le be la ji ale ha wo le be la ji ale ha wo le be la ji wo se wo pro la wo pe fora ale ha wo
District Assembly Hospital, Agenda 111. There are 3 contractors working on the project. You have GMC, Jalilo, and JYC Pharmacy. We have a progress of 35%. And then, as you can see, there's work going on site. The work is progressing steadily. The weather has also had some delay on the project.
Thank you very much. That was just a teaser. Before I start the presentation, I would like to acknowledge the support of the President, the Vice President, the Standing Committee, and members of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs who have been behind us throughout the period from 2017 till date. The President and members of the Queen Mothers in the Volta region, members of the Regional Security Council, the Honorable Municipal District Chief Executives, the management and staff of the Volta Regional Community Council, regional directors of departments and agencies, leaders of political parties, leaders of religious bodies, civil society organizations, captains of industry, the media, the Volta GJA has been very supportive of us. And finally, last but not the least, I want to thank our gallant farmers and fisher folks. This presentation will be the structure of the presentation will be as follows. We'll have the introduction, then we have the sectors under review, the details, and then conclusion. Yeah, that is a refurbished Volta Regional Community Council offices that we are in the process of continuing as soon as possible. But that is where we are working now. And we have a vision statement and a mission statement. Our vision is the Volta Regional Community Council seeks to attain a peaceful, stable, united, progressive, and prosperous region with a high standard of living for the people. And then we also have a mission statement. We have objectives. I'm not going to read everything, but the objectives are to formulate, implement, and coordinate, monitor, evaluate government policies and programs in the region. We want to promote stability, security, and peace, promote transparency and accountable governance, to provide institutional and human capacity and enabling environment for effective, efficient, and sustainable service delivery. We want to facilitate the creation of an enabling environment for private sector development. We have to promote and market the investment potentials of our region and to improve the fiscal resource mobilization of the municipal and district assemblies. We go with a brief profile of the Volta region. The Volta region is in the southeastern part of the country, and it occupies a land surface of about 10,239 square kilometers. It is bounded on the north by the Oti region of Ghana, south by the Gulf of Guinea, on the west by the Volta Lake, and on the east by the Republic of Togo. So you can see the map of the Volta region, the map of Ghana, and where Volta region is. That's the blue arrow pointing to the Volta region. And the next one shows our 16 municipal and district assemblies. 18 of them, actually. There are 18. Then a brief profile. The capital is Ho, as we all know, with an estimated population of 180,420 in 2021. We have a population of 1,649,523 in the Volta region in 2021, with an average growth rate of 2.5% annually. As I said earlier, we have 6 municipal assemblies and 12 district assemblies, making a total of 18. The main settlements in the region are Ho, Hohwe, Keta, Pando, Denu, Aplau, Peki, Joapong, Sogakope, Akachi, and Joje. The land size I've mentioned already. We have a population density of about 103 per kilometer squared. We have an average household of 3.3 average household size. The soils, we have heavy clay, we have sandy loams, alluvial soils, sandy coastal soils, tropical gray earth, and groundwater laterites. The profile, the climate is the topography, and the main economic activities of the region are agriculture. We grow rice, we grow maize, cassava, we grow yam, cocoa, cocoyam, plantain, palm trees, and mangoes. We do fishing, we have handicrafts, and trade and services. The trend analysis of the population of the Volta region From 1960, the region has grown in population. But the 2 million you see there for 2010 are for the old Volta region, Volta NOT. As now our population, according to the 2021 census, is 1,659,040. You look at the population size in our country, you can see from the chart that we are the 7th populated region in Ghana. After Greater Accra, Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Northern, and Western, Volta is the 7th when it comes to the population. And the size by districts, we have Ketu South being the most populous district that we have in the Volta region, with a population of about 253,122, followed by Ho, and followed by Ketu North, Hohwe, South Town, and the last from the right are Adakulu and Akachi North. They are the least populated districts that we have. When we talk about urban-rural population, we have generally 40% urban and 60% rural. The population density, I've said it already. When you see the one before. So that the population density is heaviest in around Ketu South. Thank you. Ethnicity, about 90.3% of the people in the region are Ewes. We have Akans, we have Ades, Guans, Ga, Dangbes, and the rest. So we have a cross-section of Ghanaians living in our region. When it comes to religion, 78% are Christians, and we have other religions, including Islam, also in the region. The population pyramid, you say that we have a very youthful population, and that is a potential for human resource development and availability of labor when investors come. And we have also a very small aged population that needs to be taken care of. Moving to the poverty pockets in the Volta region, we know that when you look at it, the red you see there is Adakulu, Agotime Ziope, and Ketu North, and Akachi North, sorry. Adakulu, Agotime Ziope, and Akachi North, and would like to have more investments in these three districts to improve the economy, the local economy. The three major sectors we'll be looking at will be health, the local economic development, road infrastructure, and other areas. I think we'll begin with health. Begin with health sector. The Ghana Priority Health Infrastructure Project in the Volta region. We've heard of Agenda 111, and this is to ensure that the citizens have access to quality healthcare services and boost the provision of healthcare infrastructure. The facilities that will be enjoyed would include the 4 state-of-the-art surgical theaters for maternity, obstetrics, gynecology, a full complement of male and female and pediatric wards, isolation wards, among others. The status of Agenda 111 projects in the Volta region. We are happy that the Volta region has 8 ongoing projects that are located in Agotime Ziope, with a location in Kwetwe. As of now, it's only 10% completion. We have Angologan District Assembly at Agotwe, which is 15%. We have Akachi North District Hospital in Avedakwa, which is 35%. We have South Dine District Hospital at Kweve, Newtown, which is 29%. We have Afajato South District Hospital at Vegolokwati, 10%. We have Akachi South District Hospital at Deheta, not far from Akachi, it's 15%. We have the Adakulu District Hospital situated at Adakuluwaya, it's also 10%. We have the Whole West District Hospital at Jolokwita, 10%. So we have 8 of the Agenda 111 projects going on in the Volta region. And we can see some pictorials showing where they have the projects are at the moment. I think the one there is Avedakwa, Akachi North, And then we have, the President, His Excellency, the President visited the region recently and went to inspect the progress of work at the Agenda 111 project site at Avedakwa. He was quite excited. Then we have the Afajato South. They are taking off. They also are 10%, and we're asking them to speed up work on the project. Then Ho West, at Jolokwita, work has started, and the next one will be the South Dine. The President, His Excellency, the President visited the South Dine project site on his recent visit to the region. They have gone. There's also the contractors are doing very well in South Dine. Then Agoti Meziope, that's still South Dine. Agoti Meziope, also work has started earnestly. Agoti Meziope project, and then Akachi South, also they've started. They're doing quite well. Then we move to Angologan, and then we also have some donations, supply of hospital equipment to help to the Regional Health Directorate in the region, and that was done by the Coastal Development Authority. And as I said earlier, there are many projects going on in all the assemblies in the region, and these are a few of them. Maternity ward constructed at Befi Chiefs Compound, Community Health Center at Toko, and then we have construction of a maternity ward at Penyi in the Ketu North Municipal Assembly. And then we now move to, and many other things have happened in the health sector, where because of the presence of the UHAS, University of Health and Allied Sciences, the former Volta Regional Hospital has been converted into the whole teaching hospital. This ceremony was done recently, and the Hohwe Hospital is being converted into the new Volta Regional Hospital. And a lot of work is going on at the whole teaching hospital to make sure it's at the standard of a teaching hospital. We move to road infrastructure now, and we will see the dualization of the whole main road. That's the civic center to Sokode Bogame. And this project was awarded around October 2016. It has been delays, but I'm happy to announce that we are getting to the final stages, and the contractors have assured us that this project will be completed by the end of this year. So those are some of the pictures on what is going on and on the whole, the dualization of the Sokode to Ho road project. We move to the Eastern Corridor Road. We know we are all very much interested in Eastern Corridor Road because the Eastern Corridor Road is a very short road. If you want to travel to the northern part of this country, you can save a lot of time by going to the Eastern Corridor. And we have a chart there of what has happened on the Eastern Corridor Road since 2017. We can see that in the Asikuma Harvest section, the length of the road is 45 kilometers. And the length that was in good condition in 2016 was only 15 kilometers. But the length in good condition now, 2022, is 25 kilometers. Then Harvest to Hohwe, the length in good condition as of 2016 was 5 kilometers. The length in good condition now is 35 kilometers. Then the whole to Jasikan, the Hohwe to Jasikan is also part of Volta region, and then we get to OT. Then from OT, we have the Jasikan to the Pepeso to Nkonta to Tidamango. So the Eastern Corridor Road goes as far as to Yendi, Goshegu, and it's a total of 457 kilometers. And the length in good condition as at 2016 was 135 kilometers. But as I speak to you now, the length in good condition is 360. Percentage-wise, as at 2016, the portion of the Eastern Corridor Road in good condition was 30%, but now, as at now, is 79%. So we've made some progress. You look at the Eastern Corridor Road that is in Volta region, that we say is the Volta region. We inherited 27% in good condition As of now, we at 64%, and pressure is on the contractors to speed up work so that we don't extend the duration of the contract any further. So that's a picture showing the road from Tema right down to Goshegu Yendi. There's a picture of the president inspecting progress on the road, Eastern Corridor Road, and that is a picture with my regional highway engineer explaining the scope of the project to the president in that picture. That is, I think my good self, I pay regular visits to the Eastern Corridor Road. Those pictures are one of the visits we paid to make sure that the contractors are up to their schedules. So the other picture shows the condition of the Eastern Corridor Road from Asikuma Junction to Have. Those are the pictures you are seeing now. And then we have the construction of the Have to Hohwe Road. There are pictures there. And then Hohwe to Jessica, we also have the pictures there. And then we have gone through the dualization of the whole. This is a bypass by Sokode Etwe through the University of Health and Allied Sciences to Tetrino. And the internal roads of the university are also being done. A total of 5.3 kilometers are being done as we speak. Then there's a construction of 175-meter span steel bridge linking Agbanohwe to Dafotonu in Pando. This was started in 2017, 2018, and has since been completed and commissioned by the president. We can see the situation before the sea bridge was constructed. That's the before situation, the progress of work construction in progress. We can also see the steel bridge as has been completed. It is 175-meter steel bridge linking Pando Agbanohwe to Dafotonu. And then the president was there, and he was gracious enough to commission the steel bridge, and that is the picture, the president in the picture. We also have the asphalt overlay in the Hohwe municipality that has been done. 15 kilometers has been done. Then upgrading of Kelepe Town roads. That's a beautiful town very close to Ho. Upgrading, beautiful town very close to Ho. I invite you to visit the road, and that there's also a road now linking Kelepe to Ziavi. And I invite the Honorable Deputy Minister to come and visit me. Then we have the bitumen surfacing of the Akwete to Adakluwaya. That's the district capital of Adaklu. That has also been done. So we go on to the Jolokwita Bame Road. That was 17.2 kilometers. That has been done. It's under the Cocoa Rose. It's also been done. Then bitumen surfacing of Liate, Agbonyira to Fodome Feeder Road, 9.7 kilometers. Then we have another steel bridge on the Galosota Bomingo Feeder Road. Galosota Bomingo Feeder Road, that has a 70-meter span. That has also been done. We would commission it soon. It's been completed. Then, for the first time in our history, we in the Volta region have also seen railway line at UK. So you see the Akosombo to Joapon railway line in your pictures. Let's go on to the local economic development, which is also very key. The two municipal assemblies in the Volta region, Ho and Hohwe, were selected and have benefited under the Ghana Secondary City Support Program. The overall effort is to improve urban management and provision of basic urban services in the two cities, Ho and Hohwe. Details of the facilities provided are as follows. 228 lockable stores, restaurant, that's in the whole central market, 72 unit WCs, revenue posts, mosque, paving of the floors. And the total amount that we spent so far on this project has been 70,646,887 cedis, 5 pesos. And that is phase 1 and phase 2. So the slide before this one, that's how we have phase 1, the whole central market, phase 1 and phase 2, and then the picture of the market. But in that picture, we have the GAMP project also at the top end, before the secondary city is at the fore of the GAMP project. So those are the pictures from the whole central market as of now. Getting to the Hokwe central market, we've also been able to do 106 lockable stores, 144 unit store sheds, 16 number garages, police post, and a fire post, a health post, and a crèche for market women, the keys of the market women. So that is what has happened in the Hokwe central market, and the pictures are there for us to see. We spent about 14.8 million constructing those structures in Hokwe central market. The pictures are there. Local economic development in Hokwe, that is Hokwe. The next one is the Rural Enterprise Program Technology Solution Center in Hokwe, has also been done. We have the rice mill in Hokwe in collaboration with the private sector, that is in Hokwe also. And then we were there to inspect progress of work some couple of months ago in Hokwe. We have also had the construction of a business advisory center at Hokwe Municipal Assembly old site, which has been completed, 100% complete. It started in 2018 and completed in 2018. Then agriculture, development, infrastructure. Investments in irrigation schemes. We've had some investments in irrigation schemes, rehabilitation and expansion, and the mobilization of the Bon Left Bank irrigation project. There's a picture there with the president to cutting sword for the commencement of the project, and I'm happy to announce that that project has been completed. We done rehabilitation of existing 450-hectare gravity scheme. We also did an expansion of gravity scheme by additional 1,550 hectares and supply of irrigation water to over 1,000 hectares pumped scheme. So that is the map that we see there. It's a boost for smallholder farmers. The irrigated land will be cultivated twice a year, which would further double production. In addition to skills transfers, small farmers will also benefit from marketing their products through collaboration with large agricultural enterprises with significant technical, administrative, and financial resources. So that's the site updates. Phase 1 completed. Pictures are there, the canal raising. The Togome irrigation project will create 12,000 jobs for the teeming youth. And that is in the North Town district of the Volta region. Recently, the DCE and the MD of Golden Exotic Limited went there to plant the first commercial bananas at Togome. We are also engaging a lot of commercial farmers from the private sector to take advantage of what we have provided with the irrigation facility provided at the Bon Left Bank project. We also have an agriculture mechanization center at Adakuluwaya. The DC is here. And then we have planting for export and rural development, the PED. We have distributed 300,000 cashew seedlings to farmers. And you can see some of the seedlings in the pictures. Some farmers have even produced some cashew. You can see they look very attractive, especially the red ones. Planting for food and jobs. We have a total of 157 and 95 farmers have registered for planting for food and jobs in the Volta region. We have 111,069 males, 46,026 females, making a total of 157,095. So that flagship program of our government is very much ongoing in our region. The local economic development, in order for us to promote the local economic development of our region, we've organized 2 fairs so far. The first one in 2019, that was the Volta Trade and Investment Fair. And then we had a second one in 2021, which was very massive. We are grateful to our media partners, our brothers and sisters from the Volta region who volunteered to be our ambassadors to market our region. Benadavli, Jifa Bampo, Kafuide, MFA Apau, and Ivy Prosper. I'd like to acknowledge your contribution. We had a very successful fair. We had exhibitors from all over the world, and it was very, very grand. And we are planning that come next year, we'll have another trade and investment fair. We have this Caltech ethanol factory in the whole municipality, which is under 1D1F, support from 1D1F. It's in partnership with Casapreco Company, and is producing ethanol from cassava at Hojo in the whole municipality. Caltech has a workforce of about 300, excluding about 200 outgrowers, and has a potential to provide additional 600 jobs. Caltech currently has 400 hectares of farm. Caltech aims to have 60% of the cassava from East Nuclear Farm. And we are also trying to engage outgrowers to support them to produce raw materials for this factory. There are some pictures there, some products of cassava. Yes, the cassava produced from the Caltech farms. Water and sanitation. We have completed some water projects to serve our people in the Volta region since we came in 2017. We have the Spanish debt swap project that was undertaken in our region to support 4 districts, Adaklu, Agotime-Ziope, Whole West, and the whole municipality. We have a total of 18 water systems to serve 35 communities at various levels of completion. And these projects will benefit about 69,000 of our people. 9 are completed and they are in use. 3 are 95% complete and will be completed very soon. And you see in the picture, the commissioning, Amajope is the highest place in Ghana where human beings live. And they have had challenges with water supply over the years. The Vice President tried to intervene to get water, underground water for the College of Education in Amajope without success after a lot of money was pumped into it. But with this project, we were able to dam a stream downstream, treat the water, and then pump to the Amajope community. So Amajope, for the first time in their history, are enjoying pipe-borne water. And essentially, the president was in Amajope to commission this water project himself. So you can see some of the pictures there. And then we also have the Ziope water system, which has been done, the Patume Junction, and the Akpokope ones have been done. The Shia water project in the whole municipality, where the MC comes from, has also been done. So we provided MC with water. So Shia has got water supply. We have the Gotime Ziope district water project, which is ongoing. There were delays by the contractor. We had to re-award it to another contractor. We also have this another water project called the 5 Districts Water Project. The phase 1 and 2 were done before we came in 2017. But since then, the president was in Adakulu, Amfwe, to cut the sword for the commencement of the phase 3. And plans are far advanced for us to even begin the phase 4. It's a 11.5 million euros, 5 district water project, project completed and undergoing practical testing and commissioning. 3 water towers of 5 cubic meters volume each were built at Peleho so far and Patove. 240 cubic meters volume ground tank and booster station at Peleho, where the water is lifted to all the zones in Adakulu. We have 315 meter transmission lines have been laid over 37 kilometers. Distribution lines of 133 kilometers of various diameters have also been laid. A total of 113 standpipes were constructed with ancillary valves and fitting for the communities. This project covers a population of about 80,000 under Phase 3. Plans are far advanced for the Phase 4. Towards the commencement of Phase 4, the following districts will benefit from the project: North Town, Ho West, and Agotime Siope once again. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind all of us about the 97 million euros Keta Water Expansion Project, which is situated at Agodome in the South Town District Assembly. Those are pictures from work going on by the contractors to make sure that the water supply in the southern part of our region is greatly improved. And these we are expecting to reach 422,000 consumers. 422,000. We have beneficiary communities include Agodome, Tsogakope, Keta, Angologan, and their surrounding communities and towns, including Koje, Potame, Vume, Tefle, Sokwe, Dabala Junction, Tregwe, Badaji, Haveji, Ajato, Suipe, Aduto, Hovi Ameji, Devegodo, Hovi Kokoroko, Salo, so the water is getting to Salo, Galo, Agotoe, Penu, Lolito, Floto, Lotame, Newtown, Agbachivi, Podui, Alakpele, Koji, Floho, Atito, Genwi, Azanu, Bomigo, Tumu, Anyanui, Atiteti, Jita, Atoko, Vuti, Srogwe, Angologa, We, Tegbi, Hovi, Apedome, Voja, Keta, Keji, Nukpe, Sekope, and surrounding villages will all be served adequately by this project. And as I said, it's going to reach 422 people in the region are expected. Remember that our population is 1.6 million, and this is reaching 422,000. That's a high percentage. Education. We have a number of public schools in the Volta region. As you can see from the bar chart there, we have kindergartens, 1,069, and so on and so forth. SHS, we have 76 SHS, 873 junior high schools, preschool, TVET. TVET institutions are 9. Colleges of education, we have 5. And we have 2 public universities. There's the Hotenka University, University of Health and Allied Sciences. And the next year we have a private university, the whole EPUC, Evangelical Presbyterian Church University College. The free SHS enrollment for Volta Region 2017 to 2021, the figures are there for all of us to see. We can see an increase in enrollment as a result of this human-centered policy of our president and our government. So we have about 87,000 of the people, the children in the region are benefiting from the free SHS. We have a total number of SHS being 74, the double track 23, single track 51, and there has been efforts to increase the infrastructure in the facilities so that we can do away with the double track come 2023. The impact of free SHS in the Volta region, there has been massive school enrollment in all schools across the region. Then the massive improvement in all school infrastructure across the region. By 2024, as I said, all schools will have to move from double track to single track. We have done 19 emergency projects with the SHSs awarded to eliminate the double track system in the Volta region, many of whom are completed, and some we are still working on them. So there is a picture there from Malco Girls, another picture from Mali School, where I was some years ago. Then we come to UHAS. University of Health and Allied Sciences was established in the year 2012, and they are doing extremely well. But the government, under our president, was able to negotiate with the Chinese government to extend a grant of $60 million for the second phase of work. The first phase was done before 2017, and that was €20 million grant. That has, and the second phase is €60 million, and government provided a counterpart funding, and the project has taken off. The president was there at UHAS to commission the project, and under the agreement, the grant will facilitate the construction of a new central administration for UHAS and a block building for the College of Nursing and Midwifery and duty and equipment room all on land covering a total of 29,200 square meters. Part of the grant will also be used to purchase furniture, teaching aids, and other supporting facilities for some schools in the university. Those are pictures of the nursing and midwifery school, which I'm informed will be the largest school of nursing and midwifery in West Africa. And then we have also the administration block of the university. They are under construction. President was there to commission it, to cut the sword, and he will be there. He promised to come to commission them when they are completed very soon. The president also, on his last visit, commissioned some hostel facilities for the university, and some of them are financed from the university's internally generated funds. And I only applaud the administration or the management of UHAS for the great work that they are doing in that university. I also want to announce that we have done some heavy investments as a government in 3 major TVET institutions in the Volta region. With Atoko Vocational Training Institute in the Angologa district, and then we've also done some massive investment and expansion at the Tegbi Caring Sisters Vocational Institute. We're also doing right now some heavy investment in the Tokpalime Vocational Institute in South Dine. And then we have also started work on the construction of a new 3-story assembly building for the whole municipal assembly. Those who know whole municipal assembly will know the structure that they have been in all these years, where we started the construction of a 3-story massive ultra-modern block for the whole municipal assembly. We are doing the same for Kpando Municipal Assembly. So Kpando also is a beneficiary of this, and we are doing some rehabilitation and expansion in Afajato South District Assembly as well. And that is also, then I have to mention Angologan District Assembly. They are now in temporary premises, but we are constructing a very huge assembly building for Angologan District Assembly. We've also awarded contracts for the rehabilitation of the Ketu South Town roads. Ketu South Town roads, the Joje Town roads, Akachi Town roads, and we are in the process of also trying to get the Keta and Pando projects also to take off. Those will be town roads to make sure accessibility in our major towns is improved. So, ladies and Honorable Deputy Minister, I would like to end by saying that anybody who visits Volta region would experience Ghana, because there is nothing you can find in any part of Ghana that you won't see in Volta region. And I also want to invite you, Honorable Minister, to the commissioning of our new canopy walkway in Ambechope on the Friday, 18th of November, which will be next week, Friday. Come, enjoy, live, and invest in the Volta region. Visit Volta and experience Ghana. Akpenami.
Honorable Minister, thank you so much for that insightful presentation. I believe if anyone was thinking twice about investing in the Volta region, by now the person has clarity because they are sold. And I don't think the Volta region could have chosen a better ambassador than yourself as minister. Thank you so much for taking time to do this. I believe there were aspects of the presentation that touched everybody to know that we have massive development happening in the Volta region. But for myself, these are some key highlights that I believe I will take home with me. Some of the major projects that you are undertaking that I think go to the very core of the existence of the people in the region has to do with this 97 million euro Skater water expansion project. It's so insightful that government is investing in a water project that can serve as much as about a third of the whole population of the region, and I think that is very commendable. Also to mention that the $60 million grants from the Chinese government for the second phase of UHAS project, which covers an administration block and also the largest nursing and midwifery training school in the whole of West Africa. I think that is also a very huge project that is worth noting. Also to mention the 11.5 million euros 5 districts water project phase 3, which is already completed and undergoing testing. I'm really convinced that it's not about any new promises or commitments per se, but about huge investments that have already been done. And to be specific, I was looking at all the things that you mentioned, district by district, and I looked at Hohoe and I said, Hohoe alone, in these past few years, 15-kilometer asphalt for Hohoe town roads, Hohoe Central Market project, rice mill under 1D, 1F, warehouse projects, among all the social intervention projects that are happening. And I believe you have done so well for your region, and I couldn't be prouder. And finally, to mention the ongoing Agenda 111 projects in the Volta region. You mentioned 8 of them. If my memory serves me right, you mentioned Akachi North, Afajato South, Ho West, South Dai, Agotime Ziope, Akachi South, Angloga, and other communities that I may not recall. But just to say, we really appreciate your hard work and all the efforts that you are putting in to transform the lives of your people. So thank you so much for this beautiful presentation that you gave us. On that note, I will throw it back to the House, invite questions from our distinguished journalists who are with us today. If you have any question, kindly show by hand. We'll bring the microphone to you, and kindly mention your name and media house, and then proceed to ask your question. So we'll take the first question from the back, then we will take the 3 on my right, and then I'll take the 5th question from you.
Right. Minister, my name is Obed Gaglo. I report for GH1 Television. Quite a number of projects being outlined, but I want to draw Minister's attention to some other project that has also not been attended to. For example, a youth resource center between Adaklo and Ho since 2017 has not seen the day of light. Also, the road, the Huafla Road is in a bad state. I want to get a reaction on that. Apart from that, Minister, in the Volta region, there are a number of unapproved routes, and a lot of government agencies complain about that. What are you doing to make sure that these unapproved routes are sealed, to make sure that people from Togo do not come into the country, really, and then also smuggling of goods? Last but not the least, over the last week, a historic event happened in the Volta region. However, there were some fallouts. If really these projects have been something to write home about, the people of Volta region would have been happy, and what we saw, and I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. I want your reaction on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question, Sobed. But let me remind you that the minister, before his presentation, even showed a short documentary of some of the key infrastructural projects that they've done. Not pictures, not artistic impression, but videos that they have taken from the ground. So I'll plead with you to get some of your correspondents to also go to the site and check if we have concocted or created anything that is non-existent to come and show to the people of Ghana. So thank you for the question. So I'll take the second one.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Arthur Minister from GNA. I'm quite impressed with the minister's presentation. Massive development. But I have 3 questions. My first question is the issue of illegal sand winning, which is happening in the Kita municipality. And we learned a lot of influential people are involved, banning excavators for people to indulge in it. I want to find from the minister to what extent he has managed to control or stop illegal sand winning in the Kita municipality. Then my second question is with this appeal by the founding vice chancellor of UHAS, Professor Fred Newton Binka, and recently he made an appeal that government should consider renaming UHAS after former President Atamios. I want to find out whether he will also subscribe to this appeal. Then my third question is I want to find out whether this trade and investment fair that was held recently, what benefit is this yielding in terms of investment? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Please, if we can keep the questions at most 2, okay, so that other colleagues will get the opportunity to also ask their questions.
Thank you, Honorable. I'll ask just one. So,
okay.
Yes, my name is John Awuni. I represent Keswin. I wanted to know the arrangements so far regarding the April K2 South tidal waves, the relocation, and then measures taken so far to curtail future occurrences. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
My name is Oscar Akaba, Transporters TV. My focus is on the transport sector, and I want to first of all commend the minister, especially some of the projects we can see it ourselves. The Clicquot Township Road, I want to say thank you for it, which is ongoing. I've been to Boshima, to Ehi, to my holy village. I realized that is ongoing. That of Joje, Ehi Township is also ongoing. The minister spoke about Eastern Corridor Road, but 2016 was 27%, and it's now 67%. Minister, we still need more work to be done. Please take note of that. The road between Keta to Afiadanigba to Weta to Ziopi, that is a very economical road we should also be looking at. Shima, yes, Minister, MC, thank you very much. We should also be looking at that road network, Shima. Also, that road network, let's be looking at it and see what we can do, because it will open up the region the more economically. When we look at Georgia to Ho Road, honestly, it's now bad. So let's see what we can do. Then to Keta Road, let's also have a look at those aspects of it. Thank you very much, my brothers. I'm not in Ghana, but I just came back. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I saw a hand at the back. Okay.
My name is Joseph Armstrong. I work with TV3. Honorable Minister, thank you so much. Great presentation over there. So quick one. Early this year, we have some freight forwarders raising some complaints about some plan or some intentions to relocate operations at their flower border to somewhere K2 North. And they say that if goes on, it will affect business activities at Aflao. And also, same in Aflao, we have market women complaining about the current state of their market. They say they need some facelift along that area. Lastly, we have a lot of schools in the Anglogan area where pupils continue to cross rivers or walk through water before they get access to their various schools. Honorable Minister, what are you doing to help uplift education, mostly basic education in the Volta region? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So I will invite Minister to take this set of questions, and then if you have any follow-up questions, we'll come back to you.
Thank you very much for the questions. On the Youth Resource Center, I think I'm much more disappointed than you. We have done every effort to get this work completed. But there were issues about, those who know Adaklu very well will know that the land is very, a lot of clay, and it brought about other expenses that were not envisaged. So we had issues with the contractor, and at a stage, the court issues came in, but those have been resolved. The issue now is that National Youth Authority is the agency responsible for the youth centers, and they have 10 in all the 10 old regions of Ghana. And they've decided that this year they will complete 5. And they're working hard. They don't want to spread the money so that all the 10 will remain uncompleted. They've decided that whatever resources they have, they'll complete 5. And then by the second half of next year, they'll complete the other half. And we happen to be in the second batch. So our Youth Resource Center will be completed next year by the first half of next year. So they're working on 5 this year and 5 next year. And we are, if I had lobbied harder, maybe would have been the first batch. Then talk about unapproved routes. It's a challenge across all the borders of our country, up there, the northern border, the western border, and the eastern border. It's a challenge, and government is doing everything possible. The Regional Security Council, the various border security committees are working very hard. All the municipal and district security councils that are along the border are also working very hard. And we're trying to motivate the immigration, the customs, and all those people who work along the border to continue doing a good work. It's not possible to eliminate it completely, but we do our best to make sure it is reduced, especially illegal immigration. Those ones, the immigration people work very hard to make sure they bring it under control. So we would continue to do our best to bring that to an end. I think there was a question about the last, is it Hogwechocho? Yeah, I want to put on record that I was at Hogwechocho. I welcomed the Vice President, and we were at the Anglogan Senior High School, and he had massive welcome from the students of Anglogan Senior High School. We took the Vice President to the assembly, and there was an enthusiastic crowd that welcomed him there. And then from there, we went to the Deba grounds. And my brother was there with us. He was there with us coordinating the whole event. He did very well. And when we got there, the Vice President went around to greet all those who were there before us. We first went to the Togwesri, and that's a woman here, and then the Gamanche, Then we greeted Asante, and then we went around all the stands to visit all those who were there. And the kind of response and the welcome that the Vice President was giving in the Hogwechocho was over the top. And the whole event is so historic that I would prefer, I want us to dwell on the positives. What that event on Saturday has done to the unity of our country and national cohesion. It is something we are proud of, that the Asante graced the occasion. The government chair was there. Akwawuhini came with the heavy delegations. And we were so proud. The Volta chiefs were there. Chiefs from Togo, Benin, Nigeria were all there. It was a great event. I want to make the point that the Vice President spoke, and he wanted to set certain records straight. He's a politician. Politicians, when they get the opportunity, we want to set some records straight. And he did judge that. And you will not expect everybody there to be comfortable with what he was saying. You'll not expect that. And obviously, there were people behind the media who were not happy with what he was saying. So there was some reaction from them. But you expect that. It happens in Parliament too. And sometimes when you're reading, you expect that sometimes there's heckling. But it wasn't as bad as is being portrayed out there. The whole event was positive. If I want to give it a mark, I'll put it at 97, 98%. The whole event was so positive, and I would like us to dwell on the positives rather than the negatives. That's the answer I will give to that one. Illegal sand winning is a problem we are facing in the Volta region, especially in Ketu South, Ketu North, Keta, and also North Town. There are issues that we are facing. It's a serious security issue that we're trying to fight. And we have also established a task force. The Regional Security Council has established a task force to support the municipal security councils to address this canker. That is the galamsey we have in our region. And we are doing everything possible to fight it. But as you said, there are some influential people who are part of this problem. But we want the support of everybody. People should come and support us to check it, because a sea defense project was done to protect the Keta coast. And now we're going to undermine the sea protection by mining the sand there. And this is done even deep in the night. The MC and the MUSEC have been trying to fight it, but it's not an easy fight. North Town, I was there in the night, and they were serious around midnight and 1 a.m. They were serious. But we have to be concerned. All of us have to be concerned. And let's support the security agencies, the Minerals Commission, and the Environmental Protection Agency to make sure we bring it to the barest minimum. I appeal to name UHAS. I think after the former president, Atta Mills, that is an appeal that has been made. And I think the University Council will look at it. Together with the Minister of Education, they will look at that one. What are the benefits from the Volta Trade Investment Fair? It was a 14-day fair, and it actually boosted the economy, the local economy of our region. From 2019 fair, a lot of our producers, private investors, got partners from abroad. We had business people who came from abroad, and some of our people are now exporting their products overseas. So we've got benefit. Apart from the local business people making money, within those 2 weeks, it was not easy. In fact, they didn't want us to close the fair. They wanted the fair to go on continuously, but that was not possible. People made money, and I'm sure MC also made some. I made some. People made. So it was good for the local economy, and we had seminars. We had one-to-one interactions with the business community. We even had a meeting with the Indian business community in Ghana, and people have linked up. People have established linkages and networks, and it's helping our business people. Do you know that we had about 10 heads of diplomatic missions at the fair, and one of them tells me now that he doesn't serve any wine in his residence, apart from the wine being made in Ho, the Volta wine. Yeah, the Volta wine. Yeah, that is what he serves. So we're doing quite a lot, and at the fair we got to know that a lot of things were going on that we didn't know about. Just as this interaction this morning has also informed you as to what is going on, the fair actually opened our eyes to see that the entrepreneurial skill of our people are doing things. 2019, there was a woman who came to exhibit palm oil. And 2021, she didn't come. So we tried to chase to find out what was going on. She said she can't meet her market. A market overseas she cannot meet. So she tried to meet the market rather than coming to Yes. So, yeah, you know it. So she didn't come to the 2021 fair because she had enough market overseas to supply to. There are people supplying to Europe, Germany, people supplying to the US, and so on and so forth. Recently, there was some produce from Afajato that have landed in Maryland. Ginger powder, chili powder. So our people are doing a lot, and these fairs enable us to identify them, because we do these fairs in collaboration with the Association of Ghana Industries and the Ghana Tourism Authority. So they come and see what the people are doing and offer them all kinds of support. The banks were there, and they also had seminars for the business people. So we have had a lot of benefits from the Volta Fair. We continue to do that. After that, we will do a lot more. The whole expo was also there this year to coincide with the Yam Festival. We'll continue to do what we can. Okay. The tidal wave, I think I was in Parliament last Thursday to answer questions on the resettlement of tidal wave victims in Ketu South. The question was specifically for Ketu South, so that was the answer I gave. And what is happening is that we've identified a high ground for the victims to resettle. And the Red Cross has supported us with 20 tents, with water supply and sanitary facilities. And we also, Assembly has been able to raise 2 million cedis, which we've started a 12-number 2-bedroom apartments, low-cost apartment for the victims in Ketu South. Even though many of them have gone to their families, members, and many of them have gone back to their homes. Once their homes are not destroyed, the moment the seawater goes back, they want to go back to their homes. But we are doing everything possible to do what we can to make life bearable to them. Freight forwarders. About the Kanu border post is an ECOWAS arrangement. It's not only about the government of Ghana, ECOWAS arrangement, but that doesn't close the Aplau border. That arrangement will not close the Aplau border. But we have the ECOWAS that the President Nana Akufo-Addo and President Yadema were there together to commission. So it's an ECOWAS arrangement that doesn't depend on Ghana alone. So if there are any grievances from the freight forwarders and so on, it must be forwarded to the appropriate authorities, Minister of Transport, and then it will be addressed. Schools with kids crossing river. We'll continue to do our best as a government, and the Assembly is also doing much. We hope that we'll be able to do what we can to bring more development to our people. Thank you very much. I think I've answered the first batch. Okay, I'm told there's another. Sorry, I'm looking for the next batch of questions. Yes, I've done. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. So we will take the last set of questions. I'll take Nana Boko. I'll take one at the back and then yours.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Minister, Dr. Yao Letsa, my good friend. I want to ask, Honorable Minister, do you have tourist sites? And I know you do, because I know of Mantanfajeto, the Kente Weaving, the Bojoto Festival, and so many of them. What are you doing, as it were, to collaborate with the Ghana Tourism Authority to woo investors into that sector, to generate money for the region? And then, again, what investment opportunity pertain in the Volta region? Some people say they have iron ore, say there's gold deposits, some clay and other things. So what other thing can Volta region offer the investor to come there and invest in that region? My last question, we know Volta region is blessed with arable land for rice production. We have the Avatime rice farm, whatever. I don't know what has happened to it. Why is it not in the news anymore? Because we knew they were producing rice and even shallots from the Volta region. What has happened to them? Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question.
Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Kingdom FM.
Pastor,
my question here, Honorable, say for 2021, Western Togoland for no. Now they have issues, pana, or more blocky roads, no more CCCs or more billboards, and then as a four. You say any say this year, Papa na no lead you or more Papa V, Aka baby kakra. See, Busa Honorable say the death of Papa Vino, a putti Western Togoland for an activity into silence, and I say, there no more yes, and the Uncle Side, the Betchain, almost Uncle Blocky roads, almost answer a demand or more consensus on the two can be. But I say,
okay, thank you for the question. I don't know if Honorable Minister got the question because he asked it. Okay, so Armstrong.
Joseph Armstrong with TV3. Honorable, just quick one, just to ask you about the 7 Seas Company mining salt in K2 South. I just want to find out from you if they have the necessary document for them to mine salt, and also what is the outcome of the findings into the death in the lagoon that happened some few weeks ago.
Which lagoon?
I'm talking about the mining, the salt mining company in that area.
In which area?
That is it's in K2 South.
Salt mining in K2 South. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see another hand at the back, and then I'll take the last question.
Okay, my name is Dennis Ado from TV Africa. I'm person make a tweak akra. Person bisa minister say oba parliament no. Majority chief whip Ibrahim Ahmed. I can say which is kebi emano 2022 budget me 10 million. Say go from wa won kan tidal waves situation no. Person me bisa ona say ni size kanu ni nsakan ya na nsakan ya den juma na wodidi.
Okay. So I'll take the last question from
Oscar Kaba again. I have two questions. One, Honorable Minister, what about the whole airport? What is the situation now? What is the updates you can give us on that? And secondly, the issue of, I think the freight forwarders are also complaining about way bridge at the border entering points. They've written several petitions and co. I don't know if that has come to your attention, and what are you doing about that? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for the questions. I take that to be the last question. So we'll invite Minister back for his responses and also his final remarks.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I think from our video that we showed at the beginning, we showed all the tourist attractions, many of the tourist attractions that we have in the region. We've been making a lot of noise about Visit Volta Experience Ghana, and we've been doing this in collaboration with the Ghana Tourism Authority. As unfortunately, the director could not come with us. Ghana Tourism Authority works in close collaboration with the RCC and the various assemblies to promote tourism in the region. We also work with the Association of Ghana Industries, and we do a lot of promotion. And we have our tourist numbers have increased over the last couple of years. And last Easter was not easy around Afajato. I was with the Indian High Commission. Some diplomats came to spend Easter at our tourist attractions. And we have nice hotels at Buli now. We have the route, we've done the route from Golokwati to the Buli waterfalls, and we also went with some investors to Afajato, where we saw many buses that brought tourists from Kumasi, Kofridwa, Accra, just to come and climb the Afajato mountain. And we have an investor now who is trying to build a reception center at the foot of the Afajato mountain. So we are always talking to investors, how to come and invest in the tourism sector of our region. And many of the local people, many of the local investors are also coming in. One of the pictures you saw along the beach in Anglogan District Assembly is from a private investor that has done that. So we invite everybody, whether you are foreign or local, to come and talk to us, because the Ghana Tourism Development Authority is also doing a lot of work with us. They have also done some work at the Tafi Atome Monkey Sanctuary, and a lot of other things are going on. So we're doing what we can, and we will need the support of the media to project us, because what you've seen this morning alone should whet your appetite to do more to publicize our tourist attractions. We have a lot of investment opportunities. Agribusiness, ICT, and tourism are our priorities. So people those are what we are promoting. We have a lot of rice in Volta region. We produce a lot of rice. We produce, some time ago, we were even the leading producer. I mean, that was the old Volta with OT. But we still produce a lot of rice from Hohwe down to Afajato, down to Adakulu. You can have rice farms. So we also having private investors. When you go to Central Town, we have some Indian companies. You go to South Town, we have foreign companies that are growing rice in large quantities, and we are trying to encourage them. There's a new rice mill that is coming up under 1D1F in Adidome, in order to produce, to mill the rice that our farmers produce. Because the one challenge they have been facing is not enough mills. But now that we have mill in Hohwe, if we have another mill in Adidome, because some of the in Southtown, because some of the farmers I met send their rice to Dawa for milling. Some also send to Uraura. But when we have the mills in the Volta region, because the mill that is being established in Adidome can process all the rice we produce in the region. It's a huge capacity rice mill. So we're trying to get them all the support. Aveime rice production is still ongoing. They're growing rice there in Apipe, all over there. Even in Ho, people are producing rice. So we have rice all over the place. Western Togoland, I think it is calm. The situation is calm. The National Security, Regional Security Council, and the various MUSEX and DISEX work around the clock with the security agencies to make sure that what happened in the past doesn't happen again. We're on the alert. Salt mining in Ketu South. There have been issues with 7C Salt Company. These are Indian investors that are producing salt in Ketu South, and we've had problems between them and the communities. Last week, Friday, I was there. I was there with the Regional Security Council and the Minerals Commission and EPA, and we went and addressed some of the issues that were worrying the minds of the people. My only appeal is that the people should be calm. When they have problems with investors, there are processes to follow. There are regulatory bodies that regulate the operations of every sector in our country, so that if you are not sure about what is going on, the Minerals Commission even has office in Aplau. It is not safe to be taking the law into your own hands to do, and people take entrenched positions. I remember, I'm told that when I was there on Friday, people accepted me to come and shut down the company. But I didn't have any grounds to even recommend that. But I went with Minerals Commission and the EPA that assured us that everything was under their control. And the accident that happened that resulted in loss of life was unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened. And we're doing everything possible to ensure that such an incident does not happen again. So the budget, it's a tidal wave. Somebody mentioned some amount. Yeah, if my memory serves me right, I think the issue was about the finance minister announcing to Parliament that a certain amount of money had been voted for feasibility studies. Feasibility studies. That is what I remember. And when I was in Parliament, I made this point clear that as far as I know, that amount was for feasibility studies. Because what is happening along the coast is something very strange to us, and there must be some research, some scientific work to be able to advise government as to the way to go. So that money was supposed to be used for that. It wasn't supposed to come to the RCC for us to use for anybody. So it was for feasibility studies. Whole airport, when we came to office, there were pressures that airport is not operational. We should try and operationalize the airport. We spoke to African World Airlines. We spoke to Pashin, and Pashin graciously agreed to start 2 weekly flights to Ho on Fridays and Sundays. We did everything to publicize the flights, but unfortunately the patronage was poor. They started with a 50-seater aircraft that was always having occupancy of less than 30. And then there was a rise in the aviation fuel prices. So the airline advised themselves that they were going to suspend the flights until the situation improved. So it is our responsibility now to try and educate our people that they need to patronize any operator that resumes flight to the whole airport, because no operator will come if the services are not patronized. Now, Pashin has started almost daily flights to Wa. Yes, and they are doing flights to Sunyani, because the patronage is what encourages the airlines to continue, because they are in business. So let us also try and educate our people that the airport is there. When any operator agrees to fly to Ho, it means that we must also patronize the operations in order to keep the airline in business. The weighbridge complaint is about the weight. It's not checking the weight of the vehicles. It's not what they do. It's to protect our roads. So that we don't allow overloaded vehicles to destroy our roads. So it's a protection in order to increase the lifespan of our roads, so that we don't have overloaded vehicles plying our roads to destroy the roads. So that one, I think that they should take their concerns to the appropriate quarters. The Minister of Roads is also trying to protect the roads. We all need the roads protected. And so I don't know what we can say about that now, but I believe that the appropriate institutions will address that. Thank you very much. Yes, so we've come to the end of. I want to thank you all for coming to listen to us. I want to thank the Honorable Deputy Minister who stood in for the Minister. She's an excellent host, and she took good care of us when we came, so we are happy. And I believe that at least we'll be able to share a few things with the people of Ghana. We can share everything within a space of 30 minutes to 1 hour, but that is a reflection of what is going on the ground, and we also taking the advantage to promote our region, visit Volta, experience Ghana. We want investors in our region in the areas of agribusiness, especially areas of tourism and ICT, and any other area that any business person feels comfortable and feels is feasible for them to do. Our doors are always open. The Volta Regional Coordinating Council is open to discuss all these issues with anybody who is interested in coming to the Volta region. We have land for agriculture. We have good spots for tourists. Yes, and then we are also doing something in collaboration with the climate change, the global warming issues that are going on. We're trying to do 3 projects in the Volta region. We are looking for funding to do something in the coastal part of the Volta region to protect our coastline from the effects of the ravages of the tidal waves. We're also doing something in the center, in the capital city of Hope. That is the oxygen city of Ghana. EPA has declared our air the cleanest air that you can get to breathe. So we're trying to promote that by doing some interventions in Ho to maintain that position. So we have a project there, and another project is for the Afajato Ho West. That's a Mejope, Wane, ecotourism as far as to Hokwe. We're doing some work there also just to promote the environment. And the canopy walkway that we're going to commission next week, Friday, is part of that project to protect. There are some species that have been identified that scientists thought were extinct, but they've been identified in that area. So we are working to preserve them. And the canopy walkway is supposed to generate revenue, alternate income for the people, so that we can protect the whole Amejope area, the whole West, with a serious reforestation. These are projects that we are on the drawing board that we are working to make sure they come to pass. So I want to also thank my MDCs who came all the way, my heads of department. My road sector is well represented, health, education, information. We are all here. The work doesn't end here. We have to continue to work hard to make sure that we attract as many people to our region as possible. But at least it gave us the opportunity this morning to let the people of Ghana know that since 2017, a lot, under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, a lot has taken place in Ghana and in Volta region specifically. And we'll continue to do our best. We acknowledge challenges that we are going through, but even in the midst of challenges, we have some stories to tell, to comfort ourselves. So thank you very much, the media. You are there. Yes, the media is here, and we thank you for coming. We are appealing to you to make sure that all that we did here today goes to the good people of our country, because you are the medium to which the people can get to know what has happened here today. So we are very grateful to you. On behalf of the Volta Regional Coordinating Council, I thank you. I thank all of you for this morning. Akwenami.
Honorable Minister, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to do this exercise again, hopefully in the Volta region with a larger audience, where we get to project the same things that we have shown to the whole of Ghana today. So thank you so much for coming, and let's do it again. Good afternoon.